Ilhan Omar says Trump supporters might attack Somalis. That's what she said here to Jake Tapper, who called her a white woman, probably. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What's the practical effect on the Somali community when the president says things like that?
I mean, it creates fear. And there is a possible danger that a lot of the people who follow the president have exhibited violence in many cases, especially in my case, whenever he has said something about me that is derogatory or says I'm a threat to the country. I've gotten death threats. There's so many people that have been incarcerated over the years that have been encouraged by the president's words. And so there is fear for Somalis, not just in Minnesota, but across the country, that some of these people might attack and harm them.
Okay, Vinny, thoughts?
Well, one of the guys caught, well, first of all, I'm going to get to the part of me just not being happy with what bothers me the most about this entire Minnesota Somalian fraud terrorist, Ilhan Omar, Waltz, the mayor. Rob, if you could find that video of the mayor eating food in a restaurant with them to show how much he loves Somalis, he looks like he's gonna throw up because he's playing with the food and trying to bury it, and he's like, oh, he's one of the biggest beta males, bowing at George Floyd's casket, speaking and worshiping them because, in my opinion, they're ill. By the way, Pat, this is him eating at a Somalian restaurant. Does he look like he's enjoying this meal? Play this video. Look, look at this. The other guy on the right is like, you don't know what you're eating. There's probably bugs in there. Look at.
Hold on. You don't know what you're eating. There's probably bugs in there. First of all, that's pretty ignorant of you to say. You think Somalians eat bugs? That's kind of messed up. But like, where is this Indian accent coming from? Why are you giving my Somalian brother out there an Indian accent? That's pretty messed up of you. Now, the other comment I have here is, look, I don't like Ilhan Omar all the time. I'll be very honest with you. I'm not the biggest fan of her. But the fact that this girl is saying that she's getting death threats, right? I totally believe that because of Donald Trump's derogatory remarks. Marjorie Taylor Greene is literally quitting politics because of all the death threats she's receiving because of Donald Trump's derogatory comments towards her. It's a real thing. And so when someone's talking about death threats you're receiving, you just don't even care about it. And you're bringing up, I don't even know what the point of this is, like bringing up this guy eating Somalian food, which I totally believe. Look, I am a Muslim and I've lived in the Northeast, like Connecticut, Democratic states. And I have seen the Democrat politicians pandering to the Muslim community. That's a real thing. Sure, he's right about that. But like, bro, why are you being so ignorant about the food? It's just disrespectful. It just shows how uncultured you are. What? Oh, you gotta eat your white rice, no flavoring. Just I want my bland chicken, bro. Is that what you eat? You need some flavor in your life, Vinny.
This guy, look, he's playing with it and burying it. You're not eating that,
Is
bro.
he a white guy?
He's white.
Rob, he's
a real one.
Wait,
Jacob Frey.
Is he really white?
He's white.
Yes,
He's not Muslim.
Yes.
No, he's a white. He's white.
Could you imagine saying that about, I don't know, the Jews? Like, is he white? Is he really white? Or is he a Jew? Like, that's totally messed up for them to say. But, if I say Muslim, is he Muslim? That's totally fine. The double standard here is really amazing. And honestly, during this whole Israel-Gaza conflict, PBD just came out as one of the biggest ignorance and probably someone who has a very, very inferiority complex. It's really weird.
Stop it.
I'm dead serious. He's the one that tried to speak Somalian to them. He panders.
Are you doing a
Jewish?
Jake Tapper thing? Or is this...
No. This is the guy from the Democratic Party up there
He has a mask in
whose
his
job, Pat, is to work with the Muslim community, specifically the Somali community, and to ensure that they vote Democrat. That's his job.
That is a real thing. I'll give Tom that. That is definitely a real thing.
So what he's been doing, Pat, is out there pandering, trying to talk Somali, going to photo ops like this, eating their food at cultural events. And guess what? There are people that have worked with him and said what we ended up with was far worse. They know.
And look, my comments to that, because I've seen it my whole life. The Democrat politicians come in, really try to pander, be like, oh, eat my barack, brother. Asala like a llama. What does that mean? But that guy saying asalaka like a llama or whatever. But like, it's true. They try to pander. And what I'll say is, come on, Muslims, you guys got to raise the bar. Your votes are valuable. Be united and have something worth fighting for. Make sure you raise the bar. Be like, no, we will not vote for you unless you support a two-state solution. Like, come on, man. Just because a politician comes, eats your food, comes to your Eid prayers, doesn't mean he gets our vote or she gets our vote. We got to raise the bar a little bit.
Know about the fraud. They know about what's going on in the insurance frauds, and they're like, hey, we befriended these people. We went to get their votes and everything, and now suddenly we're implicated because we're photographed with them and we're places with them on what's going on. But that's his job. He's a Democrat operative who is like the ambassador to Somali. Go get those votes.
Okay, so let me read this, and I'm going to come to you, Tom. So what did Ilhan Omar know about the billion-dollar welfare fraud case in her Minnesota district? Rob, this is a New York Post. Is this she's been asked about it?
Yep.
Okay, go for it.
Any light on why the fraud got so out of control in Minnesota?
I think what happened is that, when you have these kind of new programs that are designed to help people, you're oftentimes relying on third parties to be able to facilitate. And I just think that a lot of the COVID programs that were set up, they were set up so quickly that a lot of the guardrails did not get created.
She's blaming the guardrails,
and they're new,
not being set up for the $1 billion fraud that happened there. Can you wrap that around your mind, Pat? And by the way, one of the men that was caught in the feeding our future mess was a Somali restaurant owner named Abdifatah Ahmed. He ran Safari Restaurant in Minneapolis. The spot claimed that they were feeding thousands of kids every single day. The numbers were so wild, Pat. Like, if it showed up, people would be stacked. Like, you wouldn't be able to fit in the room. So investigators said that the restaurant pulled in millions through the program, and almost all of it was fake. The money was pushed through friends, family, shell companies, luxury purchases, and overseas accounts. And as we're finding out, some of these terrorist groups. But if you think about it, all these people, everybody that's involved, Tom, what bothers me the most, and I know you have a lot to say about this topic, is these people, you're coming from a third world country, okay? And the fact that you're being ungrateful to the greatest country in the world that's bringing your ass here, and you don't show up, you don't speak the language, you don't assimilate, all you do is bash the country that is opening its doors to you.
Well, a few comments here. Assimilation is inevitable if you live in America long enough. Like, if not you, your children, your grandchildren, eventually they will assimilate. But who's to say, okay, so many things here, man. Who's to say you have to assimilate? There's plenty of people in the U.S. who have not assimilated. You got Native Americans. You got the Amish people in like Pennsylvania. Bro, you got the Jewish people in New York. Come on now. Like, what are you, Vinny? You're looking very ignorant. You don't have to assimilate. And I'm saying this as someone who was born and raised in America. Not you, buddy. I was born and raised here. I don't think you were. I think you were an immigrant or something like that. I know PBD definitely was. So I'm just saying who said what assimilate? You have to assimilate. And then that brings up another question. What is assimilation? Like, what do you define that as? You got to know English. Okay. What else? Like, you got to be Christian? You got to be white? Like, what does assimilation mean? Like, you can't just make up these loaded. There's a lot of nuance here, and you just sound very ignorant. And I get it. That's what goes viral, bro. Congratulations. But I think your valuetainment views are down quite a bit. So I think you guys understand that people are waking up to the nuances. And this whole rage bait crap worked like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Not anymore, man. People are smarter than that now.
You bash the president. You bash the followers who are us, okay? And then you steal $1 billion, and then you're going to sit there and be like, well, you guys should have set up the guardrails. No. And listen, the old Trump was back when he's like, nope, it's garbage. They're coming from a country that doesn't have any freaking government, and you're going to come here, show some gratitude. And I said this before the podcast started. You know what, Ilhan and your whole freaking Tim Walz and all these people, if you'd shut your mouth about the president and you didn't talk all the crap that you've been talking for all these years.
Are you not allowed to talk crap about the president? This whole show, they talked about Biden nonstop. I mean, PBD is an immigrant. He's not being thankful for the government. I think he should be kicked out then. Get his citizenship, denaturalize him. You guys just sound silly.
It might have slipped under the cracks. But you keep talking at the freaking, the beast, and guess what? The beast turns around and looks at you. And now I hope to God they have all these people that get accountable. And I have a feeling she's involved, Tim Walz is involved, and Mr. eating the bowl of whatever bugs that he was eating, he's involved.
Tom.
So Joseph Thompson is the U.S. attorney from Minnesota, and he's been facing an uphill fight. He's been faced with obfuscation, people refusing to cooperate. But this is so widespread. And by the way, they're covering for each other. People are covering for each other.
Tom.
But it's been so widespread. Just in September, he got 8 defendants who took $400,000 each.
Okay, so if they're still talking about the whole COVID situation, look, I remember when all this was happening, and for those that don't understand, during COVID, there were a lot of packages out for businesses, and getting a huge loan was actually pretty easy because the government really didn't want you to get laid off or lay off your employees. They wanted to keep as many people employed as possible. These were desperate measures. You got to understand, at that time, nobody knew what was going on. So the government was giving out loans very easily. Interest rates back then were very low, at like 1%. And a lot of these loans, if you were able to prove that, yeah, you got these loans so you could keep your employees in the restaurant and not fired or anything, these loans got forgiven. So there was, I mean, to a certain extent, Ilhan Omar was right. There were no guardrails. It was very, very easy to get a business loan. And like these guys are talking about Minnesota, which I'm not sure why they're focusing on Minnesota. Many restaurants and businesses across the U.S., especially restaurants, took advantage of the program. That's like, no one can argue that. There were no guardrails, but should people have done fraud? Hell nah. And people did. People did. So I'm not going to excuse Ilhan Omar and be like, oh, she's blaming it on the guardrails. People should not have committed fraud too. That's part of it as well. But why are we focusing just on Minnesota and just the Somalians when pretty much all of U.S. did this? Let's be real. Many business owners did that.
A skim from a payout account that started at 21 million in 21 and went to 104 million in 24 based on qualifications. Now, what a qualification is kids with autism. Well, the Somali community and the ones that he found within that community were paying small amounts of money to people to enroll their kids as autistic in it. And then they set up a legal address of the clinic, but then they covered the windows with newspaper and silver foil. And there was no clinic going on in there, but they had the enrollments of actual humans, actual kids. And then they were getting an amount per kid coming in from the state and indirectly the U.S. federal government. Make sense?
Yep.
So, oh yeah, there's 400 kids in here and the money's just flowing into this address, but it's not there. And so Joseph Thompson's been fighting this uphill fight. He then got a 24-year-old defendant late this summer, $900,000 in fraud proceeds, that some of it went to the Maldives and some of it went for a $64,000 Dodge Ram pickup that he got for himself because, he's stealing all this money. He needs a pickup to carry it around.
Of course. It's money's
And then Minnesota House Speaker Lisa Demuth, who is a Republican and like the last standing Republican in the Minnesota House, not federal, but Minnesota House, she said, numbers we're seeing says that this billion is just the tip of the iceberg because of all the programs that are involved. And some of these programs were not emergency stood up under COVID. They predated COVID. Yep. So Omar talking about, well, they're new programs and guardrails aren't in place. That blames the program, but what's really happening is this is systemic. This is systemic. We don't want to just wave off all Somalis in Minnesota, but there is a large number of them that are collaborating together basically as their own organized crime Somali mafia that is skimming from our federal government. And you've got this poor, U.S. attorney from Minnesota, Joseph Thompson, who's up there trying to fight it and then pointing out, we just think this is the beginning.
So they have pirates in the water that take over ships, and then they have fraudsters on land taking billions of dollars from taxpayers, and then they talk shit about the country that let their asses in, and they want to assimilate.
And it's so bad they are getting prosecutions even though they don't get witness cooperation.
Weird. And then they marry their brother. Okay, for citizenship. Got it. Okay, well, everything I need to know. That's it.
Tom, that was a very good.
Who's they? I thought just Omar did that. Who else did that, Vinny? And even Omar, I don't really know the story. I think apparently they said that she committed fraud by acting like she was married to her brother to get into the country. I don't know how true that is, but even if that is, who else did that, Vinny? I don't understand why you're taking one situation, one anecdote, and then making it into the whole community of Somalians in Minnesota. It's very ignorant, very intellectually lazy as well. And and speaking of intellectually lazy, let's hear what this fella Adam has got to say. This is gonna be good.
Good breakdown. I'm gonna try to simplify this, and you may.
Oh, because you're so much smarter and you can simplify complicated things, right? Because you're smart. Stop. BizDuck is actually probably the most intelligent one on this panel, for sure.
Maybe you guys will even find that Adam has a point here. Here's the question in mind. If there was an election and there was a binary option, this is it. This is it, guys. You have Donald Trump.
This guy is just such a bootlegger of PBD, bro. Like, I hate it because he tries to copy PBD all the time. And, like, PBD is annoying enough. But when Adam goes like, ooh, that's literally what PBD does. He just copies his things, except he's just 100 times more annoying, to be honest.
Or you have Ilhan Omar. Your answer to that question tells us all we need to know of who you are. If you happen to choose Ilhan Omar, we got it.
Well, let me tell you who Ben Stiller picked. Can you pull up who Ben Stiller picked? Here's what Ben Stiller said.
Oh, I love
Ben Stiller, Tropic Thunder, okay?
Yeah.
Mr. What was the gym called, Rob? The
Globo Gym.
Globo Gym?
Oh, yeah.
Here's what he had to say. Somalis are not garbage. Immigrants and refugees from anywhere are people like you and me. They should not be demonized. This country is built on the backs of people who have come from other places. It's what our country is all about. Blue heart.
Sure.
Wait, I don't get it. Everything, I don't know who that Ben person is, but nothing on that statement was wrong or bad. Like, it was a pretty good statement. What's the issue here? Let's hear this.
Well, Ben Stiller, respect to you. Let me give you a counter argument. Not all immigrants are the same.
You idiot. Yes, not all immigrants are the same. So why are you literally stroking the whole Somalian community in Minnesota with one brush, you dumb? This guy's I don't even know what to say. I'm trying not to use the word dumb. Let's not be intellectually lazy. But this guy is so ignorant, and he doesn't think twice about the stuff he just blabbers out of his mouth. So yeah, not all immigrants are the same. So why are you treating like all of the Somalis are thieves and some crazy jihadists and everyone's doing fraud? Do you know how many Somalis there are in Minnesota, Adam? Have you been to Minnesota?
Nope.
Okay, not you're Italian guy who came here to have a better life.
Oh yeah, because the Italians came here to have a better life. They didn't do any fraud, right? There's no such thing as the mafia, right? Come on, man. Like, this is why Valuetainment views are down, honestly.
Or you're Irish immigrant, or you're Jewish immigrant that came, or even a Mexican immigrant. It's a little bit different than Somalians.
Oh, so Mexican immigrants are all right, but you guys all are really good with ICE.
To come here on fraud and fake paperwork and marry whoever and then send the number one disbursements to Al-Shabaab in the world, which is a terror organization. It's a little bit different.
Look, by the way, guys, I don't know if you guys saw all the memes going on X of the Somalians, bro. It's hilarious. They're literally copying all of Israel's playbook. I might do another video on that, but I was dying, bro. They got like the ASPAC, the American Somalian political party or whatever, like APAC. It was just so many funny things I saw. They said that they were promised the land of Minnesota 3,000 years ago. I was dying. There's a lot of memes out there.
Guy. So back to my earlier argument about Donald Trump versus Ilhan Omar, the example couldn't be more stark.
By the way, folks, if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure, please, like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.
One is America first. One is Somalia first. Legit. One is a conservative.
You're Israel first. Adam, are you not Israel first, bro?
One is a progressive Islamist. That's pretty obvious.
This guy really just said progressive Islamist. So first of all, what does Islamist mean? And like, if you're saying someone who's really religious fanatic, they tend to be more conservative, bro. Like, what is a progressive Islamist? What does that even mean?
Obvious at this point. One loves capitalism, one loves socialism. Okay, one marries supermodels, one allegedly marries her brother. Good for you. One genuinely loves America and wants to make America great again. One is doing this to the benefit of Somalians. So to me, it's not even close. It's not even close. So,
and guess what? Have you been to Somalia? It is.
Have you been to Somalia? Because I don't, nah. Pause. None of y'all been to Somalia, and I haven't been to Somalia either. But I know none of y'all been to Somalia.
Garbage. And let's be honest. How many people do you
No,
know?
but I've been to Minnesota.
I'm going on vacation. Where are you going? Somalia.
No, of course not.
And guess what? And this is what pisses me off.
I'm sure there's a lot of people in Minnesota that are going to Somalia for vacation. I'm sure of that because that's their home country.
My mom and dad, my grandparents, his father, the whole crew, we came here the right way. We came, they all learned freaking English. It wasn't the best English, but they learned the language. They assimilated. They fit in with the community. They gave back. They paid taxes. We went to school, and we look what the byproduct is. Look what the byproduct is. You're gonna come here and take it and steal, bro, and scam us, and then talk. That's what infuriates me. Have some
I still don't know what he means by assimilation. Like just learning English? Okay, fine. That there could be a point made there, but what else does it mean? If it's just learning English, then do you have to celebrate Christmas? Is that assimilation? Like, what is assimilation? Because I'm sure you're not that assimilated either, Vinny. Because you're pretty big on your heritage, whatever it was, that Assyrian or something, whatever that was.
attitude. Oh my God!
4,000 people voted. Watch this. Did Ilhan Omar know about the Minneapolis fraudulent funds?
Almost 60%.
Yes, she knew 58%. But watch the rest. Yes, she was complicit. Yes, she was involved. 4% said no.
No, those are the
90
Somalians.
You're asking your audience who listens to you and believes you. I mean, that's silly. What else tabs? You got a lot of Instagram tabs over in Amazon shopping. Dang, he's doing a lot of stuff over there. Quran 47. What is he looking up? Yo, this guy's becoming Muslim?
6% said that she knew she was complicit and she was involved.
It's almost unbelievable to even fathom, Pat, that she didn't. Because think about it. Who knows the connections with the donors in this and keep you in? And
what was that word?
The donors?
Donors to a campaign.
Oh, easy.
Let's just
Tom.
wait, baby. Just
Easy.
wait.
And
Can I give some free, unsolicited advice to the Ilhan Omars of the world?
No, please. No one wants it. If I could just get Adam off this show, bro, I would love to.
Yeah.
And the Rashida Tlaibs and the
Go back.
Mamdanis and like the entire Free Palestine Islamist group. This is free advice, unsolicited advice. At least fake it. At least fake that you love America. At least bring an American.
Who doesn't love America? And also, like, no one is fake, Adam. I mean, honestly, if anything, that just exposed a lot about you than anyone else that you're talking about. Like, so you fake it. If you try so hard to fit in, and if you can't fit in, you just fake yourself. You're not an authentic, genuine person. And honestly, this is why no one likes you on social media. The reason people like watching my videos, the reason why even people like watching PBD's videos is because there's some authenticity there. And the only thing people respect on social media is authenticity. Honestly, that's probably why Trump blew up too, because he might be a jerk, but he's authentic, right? People, you can make a case about that. And this is why no one likes you. I have not seen a single positive comment on any of y'all YouTube videos saying, I love Adam's content. I've heard it about PBD. I've heard it about Vinny. I've heard it about what's his name? Biznat. I forgot his name right now. But like I've seen comments of all of them. Like, yeah, great point. I have never ever read a comment saying, Adam, you're right, bro. I'm happy you're on this panel.
Flag to a rally. Maybe you don't burn the American flag. Maybe you learn a little habla inglés. Maybe you fake.
Most of the Free Palestine, they're not even Spanish, bro. Like
that you love it here in
They
America.
hate it.
Maybe you don't like have a rally, put on a fake hijab, put on the keffiyeh, burn the American flag. Maybe you don't like blatantly hate America. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe you're like, you know what, guys? I think they're onto us.
Yeah.
All this death to America, death to Satan, burn the flag. Maybe we've oversold our hand here. Maybe we fake it.
Exactly.
But they can't even do that.
because they're not fake like you, man. Like, it's not honestly, like, why is he taking pride in faking himself? Does he really? That's pretty sad.
She could have answered that question. You know, I think you're speaking about a few people that may have manipulated a federal program, and those people need to be brought to justice. The Somalians that are in Minnesota, they appreciate the assistance they're giving at this time of their life. They appreciate it, and they should follow the program as written. And I understand what you're trying to say, but I think to and then go after it, say, to push on all the people is wrong-headed. The people that have done wrong need to face justice, but these programs are helping people that need it. That's
honestly, that was a great answer. And that was actually, I liked his answer more than Ilhan Omar's, because that's fair. That's true. You shouldn't be committing fraud, and you shouldn't be stroking everyone with one broad brush. And he knows that. Then why is he doing it? And then why is he being complicit in it? And why isn't he calling out his friends? It just shows how inauthentic these guys are.
All you have to say to fake it, to
Or
your
just
point.
say, hey, listen, we are so grateful for America to take us in. We're so happy to be here. This is the greatest country in the world. We love it here. We want to assimilate. We want to be a part of this. Instead, skirt, you hear America is a white colonizer, racist. It's a 1619 project. Everything about America is, it's like, then why the fuck are you staying? Go back to Somalia, homegirl.
They don't even hide the attitude of we're here. We're
Adam just left an F word. PBD's gonna be pissed at him.
like Wajahat and all these people are like, wait, what are you gonna do?
We're here,
gonna
we're
take your
queer,
women."
have no fear.
And guess what? If you are in the Muslim community, and guess what? We have Muslim friends. We're not gonna play that game. But you know what? What type of look is it when people? This is your opportunity. You come to America. You go to freaking Minnesota. Let's see how the Muslim community is gonna treat that place. You're not speaking English. You're stealing money. You're sending it to fucking terrorists. Like what? What are you doing? And then you wonder why people are kind of scared. Like, wait a minute, these people are taking over towns. They're buying mosques in Texas. Oh, really? Look at England. Look over the pond. And they're content creators. They're peers. They can't even admit what's going on.
If you enjoyed that video, YouTube says you'll love this video right here. And also go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel right here. It only takes 1 second to do. Only about 5 or 6% of you are subscribed to my channel. Go ahead and press it. It's free. It takes a second. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.